what the Yu-Gi-Oh community got wrong into. You guys want to watch? I want to watch it. I just want to see what it's about. What did the Yu-Gi-Oh community? This could be like,
hey everybody,
so the
Joseph.
reason that I want to watch this is it could be ideas for me in the future, because I was thinking like, okay, I want to do another biggest flops of all time video chat, because the Red Eyes one popped off. And I was thinking about doing Crossout Designator, because I feel like that's a pretty good one. Although it's actually very similar to Dragoon, to be honest. Crossout Designator in the OCG was insane. It actually warped their meta, to be honest. Like, people ran hand traps based around Crossout Designator. And the TCG, that did not happen. Like, maybe for a second. But Crossout Designator was a huge flop in the TCG. It was a... What was the price of Crossout Designator chat at its height? I feel like it was 60. I feel like Crossout Designator was legit, and this is, I can research this by just looking at John videos. I feel like it was like $60. I wonder why. You could do Sprite. I don't know. So I don't want to call Sprite a flop. Did Sprite do what it was supposed to do? No. But, like, I don't want to call Sprite a flop, because it did technically win 2 YCS. It won 1, at least. But did it win 2 YCSs? Sprite won 1 YCS. It was over 70. Okay, that's way too much for fucking Crossout Designator. Okay, I read that. By the way, do you think the new Bestials design is sort of Konami's response to comments about... how they don't do Eldritch or creepy arts anymore? No. I would say no. I think it's just, there's certain parts in the Dogmatica lore, or whatever we want to call this lore. There's like certain creatures in that lore that just get to that like creepy, edgy Final Fantasy boss stage. I think that happened to Maximus, right? Like, his final form is just disgusting. It's like, it's honestly hard to even like look at the card. You know what I mean? Alibert, Dramaturg. Whatever his like final form is, it's just like, it's so, like, it's hard to look at the shit. And I feel like this is just that for Bestials. You know what I mean? The card's good though. It's like a generic level. It's not generic because you need a dragon. But for Dragon Link, you can summon it, because I think Dragon Link can make 10. Actually, Sword Soul can make it too, if they put Bestials.
Rothschild here, aka... back with another Twitter thread. We are rapidly approaching the end of 2022. For me, it's been a watershed moment in my...
What's on this list, Twitch chat, other than Cash Seraph Fenrir? I'm going to say maybe Sprite. I'm going to say maybe Sprite Tier 0.
My Yu-Gi tubing career. So many fond memories, and so many other memories as well. Today I am asking you, what Yu-Gi-Oh takes do you remember from 2022 that were proven unbelievably wrong?
Oh, yeah, PK Brave. Oh my god.
My own.
Which video? Hold on. Since you guys brought it up, which video do I do, chat? Do I do biggest flops of all time? Which should the next episode be? Phantom Knight Brave or Crossout Designator? Because I feel like there's literally zero pushback with Phantom Knight Brave. No one can even defend that. And I can find even content creators like who are even smaller ones, like July TCG. I can find those people saying like, oh yeah, PK Brave is going to be the best deck of next format. I can dig those people up. And I can find clips of them on videos saying, oh yeah, PK Brave is going to be like the best deck of next format. It dominated the OCG. It's going to easily be our best deck. And then it just like sucked. It's like, oh yeah, Prank Kids is the same deck, just better. PK Brave, Crossout. I think they both make good thumbnails, by the way. So for the thumbnail of the Crossout video, I feel like, which one will get more views? For the Crossout video, I was thinking about having a thumbnail with the knight from Crossout kind of on the ground, and he's like disarmed, and Ash Blossom is standing over top of him smiling or smirking, and she's pointing a sword at him. What do you guys think about that? I think that checks like all the boxes. It's cute. It's awesome. We find a way to get another card that people love into the thumbnail. So that's like the whole Backcrest element of it. You know what I mean? Add Maxi. Yeah, but Maxi's not like exactly a great visual card, to be honest. There's not a great way to like visually represent Max. What's the question mark for? No, cross out designator is supposed to counter hand traps, right? So what am I like? I'm going to use the most iconic hand trap, Ash Blossom, and the theme is like she's beating him. She's not supposed to, but that that demonstrates or that visualizes like the card flopped. He's supposed to slay her, not the other way around. Yeah, Maxi is like, it's powerful and OP, but like it's not exactly the greatest card to like use. And because I mean, what do I do, a bug? Like it's hard to like to demonstrate Maxi in any type of like visual property. Like it just doesn't work well. You know what I mean? Smug Ash forehead pointing a stolen sword by beaten designator. Maxi is, yeah, but it's like that just, yeah, it's just a bunch, like it doesn't work. You know what I mean? Do I just have a bunch of, maybe I could have a bunch of bugs crawling on him? Like that could kind of work, but that actually might be a little difficult for my artist to draw. And my artist is already just like, I don't know, he's like constantly overwhelmed. So like having Ash is just perfect because everyone knows, like you know her when you see her. You know what I mean? So just make it an Andrew. We're still on this Andrew Tate thing. Please stop. Yeah, it goes. I use Maxi, then it gets ashed, and then here comes Crossout. Yeah, that's also for like the OCG, I guess. We don't have that. But it flopped. Couldn't you just have the sword shatter on impact? What do you mean, Zephyr Fox? Like how would the sword shatter? Like would Ash be like, for the sword to shatter, someone has to be getting hit by the sword. And it really wouldn't make sense to have like the knight swinging the sword at Ash and it just break like that like I don't know how believable that is that she could be, because she's just a little girl. I mean, at the end of the day, chat, she's just a little girl. I mean, technically she's a ghost girl, but like, come on, she's just a little girl. You know what I mean? It's anime. Make Ash. All right, chat. Press 1 to make Ash Greta Thornburg and make cross out Andrew Tate. There you go. There you go. Since you guys want Andrew Tate so badly, you just can't. We gotta work Andrew Tate into this stream every single hour. Have we talked about Andrew Tate for the 9 o'clock hour yet, Cap? We need to work him in. It's been 15 minutes. Please talk about Andrew Tate. I like my idea. I like my idea of, hold on. I wonder if I can Google this. Midnight Dreams Crossout. Let's see if it comes up. See? Okay, here you go. Here you go. So this is the guy who I usually work with, chat. You guys know him. I just call him Marcos, right? This was the art. Let's see if it takes me to Reddit. Oh, I can't blow this up. Wait. There we go. Perfect. This was the art that he did, chat. Holy bull. This is literally what I was talking about, by the way. This is like literally exactly what I was talking about. This is the art that he did when Crossout came out. And you see it's the knight and he's slaying all the hand traps. He cut Nibiru in half. And this is Impermanence. Also Impermanence. And there's Droll. And this is Gamma. I don't know what this is, or is this awesome? Is this Lancia? Can you use Lancia from the hand? I think so. Yeah, I guess this is Artifact Lancia. Yeah, I'm going to assume that this is Lancia and that you can use Lancia. Okay, there you go. And then you have Ash, right? But this isn't what happened. This is what happened in the OCG, but this isn't what happened in the TCG, chat. So I'm just going, this is exactly what I was talking about. I'm just going to reverse it. I'm just going to have Ash with the sword. Because that's what happened. He flopped. You know, he's supposed to be the big bad knight, but like, that's not what happened. So yeah, this works perfectly for the OCG. But in my version, I'm going to have her with the sword. I think I'll have him holding the shield too. And does he have a cape? I actually don't remember the art of this card. Like, I kind of know it, but I don't know if he has a cape in the art of it. Doesn't matter. Anyways, this is exactly what I'm actually going to save this. Hold on. Not to rip off my boy Marcos, but like, oh, come on. I'm saving this, and I'm going to put this in my, I have a folder. It's called Fiverr. And I send it to my guy to let him know, like, hey, this is like the theme that I'm looking for. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. Tom Box, no. Stolen art. It's not stolen art. Oh, okay. I was saying if we have more stuff. Yeah. I just feel like Ash is just, she's cute, chat. People will click on the video for Ash Blossom. For a Phantom Knight Brave thumbnail, what would you guys think? So obviously I have to have Water Enchantress because she's easily the most recognizable like part of that engine, right? So like anything that relates to Adventurer like has to have her in it. She's got the bright blue hair. I think she wears all whites and like blue or something like that. So I'd have to have her, and then the Phantom Knight could be Bardiche or it could be Torn Scales. But I don't know exactly what the theme is there. You know what I mean? I know those be the characters. Prank Kids pranking PK. Rusty. And I don't think I need Prank Kids in it. Because the videos, that, like, I get what you're saying. You know what I mean? Maybe. Scales riding Griffin. Nah, dude, it has to have the girl. It has to have Enchantress in it. Like, come on, dude. She's... Water... Come on. There's no... in fact, I'm hoping we don't find Booba art of her. Like, there's no... Chat, there's no... If you do anything related to it, it has to have her. Like, the sheer amount of fan art this chick has is... I'm sure Griffin has, like, 2 pictures. But, like, there's no way you're not gonna use her. Use her on every single piece. She's just a really... I don't know. Like, a cute card. I mean, look. Here's... Shiggy's cosplaying as her. Booba. Morphotronic Self-on with a dumpy. Alright, I'm gonna ignore that. Oh, here's her again. There you go. Oh, I thought... Anyways. I think I answered the question. If I'm ever going to do anything relating to Adventure Chat at all, this girl will be in the thumbnail. Period, point blank. No other adventure. There are other adventure cards. I don't care. Like she'll be in the thumbnail though. Like she has to be. Be careful what you say. Twitch. What? Saying a dumpy? Saying she has to be in the thumbnail? What can I not say?
Made a lot of fun of Runic as a competitive tool. It was not particularly good in the OCG or in the TCG, but in a best of one format, it is functionally unbeatable. And unfortunately, I have to eat my words. It turns out, yes, it is pretty good to be able to draw 3 cards a turn in the same format that you play Kaiser.
See, if this is Master Duel, then like, man, dude, Master Duel just skews everything so hard, chat. Am I the only one that thinks that? Like, it just does. Like, how can you make a Yu-Gi-Oh take and apply, like, be judged on the TCG, but then also expect it to hold up for Master Duel, which is a best of one, which is not what the TCG or the OCG is, and has a completely different ban list from the TCG and the OCG. Like, it's a completely different game. Runic won a YCS. I just, like, if you want to say that Runic sucks, because, I mean, I had that idea, or I had that opinion. I remember Princely Blood would come in here and wouldn't shut up about it. Cap, look at my Mr. Rune Sky Striker deck. And I'm like, okay, well, do these cards, like, do anything? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? I kind of wondered, like, what do these do? How do they, like, create advantage? How do they stop anyone? But I don't think that you should be expected to hold that to, like, Master Duel. You know, where, again, Kaiser Coliseum and Max C and, like, all these different cards that aren't in the TCG exist. And then you also get other cards that aren't in the OCG, like the Phoenix Warrior Blade and stuff. I still don't get Runic. Oh, well, one thing, BP, is, so Runic is, like, kind of unplayable as long as the Ishizu Shufflers are, like, in the game. Like, yeah, Runic is insane if there's no Ishizu tier. Because, like, the second that tier's in this game, you activate Fountain, and then you target 3 to shuffle back to draw 3, and then your opponent's like, cool, shuffle them back. And now you draw 0. You know? So, like, one Ishizu shuffle back like completely kills your turn, or it nullifies this card, and this card is a +3, which is like, or a +2, +3. No, it's +3. This is like the thing that makes it so like you don't run out of cards.
Coliseum. Let's see what all of you said.
I might buy a runic. I have a runic core. I don't have a third fountain, but I have everything in CR.
I thought Tearlament would be outclassed by Sprite due to Sprite's consistency. Boy, was I wrong. That's the thing, is that when Tearlament was first billed to us, it was billed as like the high roll deck. But nobody needs to high roll when the Ishizu cards are legal. Amazed to this day that people thought Steam the Cloak was going to be a problem in Tier, but the token is Aqua, of course. Exactly what Tier was missing. Aquas. People here went to YCS Ook Direct with Legendary Fisherman and Crystal Beast decks. Man, I'm sick, says Lofton. Neshi says, get owned, it made day 2. And Lofton didn't even make day 1. When Master Duel was new and tons of non-Yu-Gi-Oh! Streamers were playing, some people I know were convinced it was going to take off in a crazy way. Konami left it to rot and basically none of us play it anymore because the format is so miserably unenjoyable. It is really frustrating looking back at the release weekend of Master Duel. I would wake up and stream for 10 hours a day to like 3,000 to 4,000 people. And, you know, we would have non-Yu-Gi-Oh! People in the call, streaming under the category. It was just unbelievable. But the bag was just so fumbled so quickly. Unfortunately, people realized the truth of this world, which is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not very fun. My worst take was...
Damn, Chad. That's a big Keem's take.
Probably how wrong I was regarding Crossout. Card sees 0...
Pog! Let's go! My take was probably how wrong I was regarding Crossout. Whoa, is this a sign? Did we just get a sign from MBT, chat? To make, so he does have the cape, by the way. Yeah, he has the cape. Is this a sign? We were like just talking about this. Dude, I think this is a sign, chat. I think this is the biggest flops in Yu-Gi-Oh! History, Crossout Designator. And I'm telling you, Cap, I played in Master Duel. It's so broken, bro. It stops Max C, bro. It's so good, bro. Like, okay, got it. You play fake Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay.
Pro play. It is so...
Using Twitter content for history videos. Well, I was already kind of I think it's a good idea. You know what I mean? So, like, it's hard, chat, because I can think of one of the biggest flops that's not contemporary, right? Because PK Brave and Crossout, they're both pretty contemporary. They're both like from this year-ish. I don't even remember when Crossout came out, but it's not that long ago. An example would be Crystal Seer. But like, who in the chat knows Crystal Seer? Dark Emperor, and like that's probably it. Like I have to think about the marketability of the video, chat. You know what I mean? Like most of you guys don't know, and granted, most of people don't know a lot of the stuff that I do, but like, dude, I'm telling you, like, I see that Crystal Seer video just, like, flopping. I see, like, 5,000 people watching it and people being like, what is Crystal Seer? And, like, she's not exactly a waifu card. She's been on a... Yeah, this is Crystal Seer. This card was supposed to, like, break the format, if you guys don't know. $60 card when she came out. $80 for Ultimate. I mean, it's an okay card. She doesn't show her face, unfortunate for thumbnail purposes, but you know, I could make something cute of this card, I guess, or I could make a cute thumbnail with this, I guess. But you know, I feel like it just is not gonna have the luster that like Ash Blossom and Crossout will. You know, Cap betraying his roots gonna ruin his channel in the process. Maybe.
So funny.
Make her boobs big. Naturia Pineapple. Who knows how... Oh my god. I still... Hold on. I don't... The only time that I read my press clippings chat are old videos that like they've topped out. Some of these is like, if I'm not the #1 search, then like no one's the #1 search.
When most Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists think of the
206,000. I still can't believe that. What? Yo! This video's at 90K now? When did that happen? Chat, wasn't this video at like 40,000? I swear this video did bad. I swore this video did not pop off, and it's almost at 100K now. I mean, I knew this one popped off to raise this video. This video is awesome. Capg, have you seen one of your recent vids? No. Right. What I just said, I don't. What's it called? Like even the horror. I I don't check my press clippings. I saw the crime video, but it was on accident. It was on stream, actually, last stream. It was on accident. But, like, no, I genuinely don't go around just, like, looking up my videos. Now, if I happen to see them in, like, the corner, but, like, bro, I'm shocked. Actually, my Dueling Network video is at, like, 118. And I was so mad because I remember saying, chat, that video has 100K written all over it. And then it just, like, never got there. And it was like, wow, how'd that video not get set like 118 now?
When most Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelists...
But yeah, this is a good example of a card that no one should really give a fuck about. And no one should really want to watch a video about. But they did. And I can't explain why, chat. I just can't. Twitter views greater than YouTube views. Evergreen that's the only thing. Give me a Keems in the chat if that's the only thing you got going for you, Cap, is that your videos are evergreen. Look, I'll be honest. I mean, it is what it is. That's the best thing that I got going for me, chat, is the fact that my videos 2 years later can, like, still garner views. You know what I mean? Hold on, actually. Because what made me curious was this. I'm looking through my alerts, right? And a lot of people have been commenting on the Bakura video. I'm like, that's cool. Maybe people just watch it because, like, it has Bakura in the thumbnail, and it's pretty odd. Like, you could tell that it's Bakura or whatever. But yeah. So I was like, oh, someone commented on the Dueling Network video, and I was like, huh. I was like, I wonder if this video ever got over 100K. I was like, probably not.
Out of all the forms of...
And then I looked at it and it was like 118. I was like, it actually got there. Like, shout outs. MST. This one might get there too. All right. No more checking the press clippings. Cap, we watching a New Year's movie? I was thinking Rocky. Rocky 2, not Rocky.
Mid.
10-minute testings are only relevant the ban list they come out in. Hydrogadon is nostalgic because of the anime and old dinosaur structure.
We started seeing a little more play. And then people said, oh, no, it's mid. There was a list with boundaries as soon... So funny that the difference between format warping mega staple and unplayable piece of garbage is exactly if Max C exists.
Huh. Damn. Is that a point I have to work into my video? Just how, because I mean, I was going to say like, oh, damn. Is it like, is so much of it just Max C? I'm really glad I came to this video. Yes, Monka, impossible. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess so much of it is just the little, but by the way, this just proves, chat, that like, there's not a great visual representation of Max C.
People convincing themselves that Flu isn't competitive throughout the entire year. We live on, like, cycles. Like, Fluanderies, as soon as it got Advent of Adventure at the start of the year, everyone was like, this deck is mid. And slowly it started seeing more play. And then there was a list, which did not touch Flu, and people said, it's mid again, it's mid. Slowly started seeing a little more play. And then people said, oh, no, it's mid, it's mid. Everyone freaking out about this extremely mid card. People calling it the new extra deck staple. Twitter exploding about how broken
this is true. So I guess I'm out of the loop, chat, and I have to get better about this, because this could be, if Twitter is such a big force in the Yu-Gi-Oh community, then I have to be able to pick up on these for content going forward. But the fact that people would be like, oh, this card's so broken, it's so good, like okay, no one, like, literally no one plays it.
Card was only for
Jib used it on you. I would say that, like, okay, 2 decks use it in practical ways. One is to reset your Ignister prompt. Like, that's actually a pretty cool interaction. I'll give you that. And then the other is like in the Water Girl deck, the Marincess deck, because you're locked in the water, so your opponent doesn't get they don't get their monsters back. So like that's kind of cool. But like, yeah, I have to be better at picking up on this, chat, of when these cards come out and there's like overwhelming hype, because right now I don't know. You know what I mean? But like, I gotta get better at
to be used in
that.
awful
Which
decks.
means I have
to
to
use soft
more.
ones per turns and literally nothing else.
No meta
when
deck
World
to
Sea Dragon
explode.
Zealantis was revealed, everyone lost their shit. They said one effect monster, any deck that can play access code talker can immediately make this. You know what they can also make is access code talker. I hate the Verte ban. It barely hurt the top decks and severely weakened decks that helped it a lot, like Cyber Dragon. We've been using Verte since release. They should have banned all the problematic fusion spells.
Oh my god! Is this actually Celza? What is this?
Instead, because no one played Verte till Dragoon.
Oh my god, is this actually Celza? I hate the Verte ban. It barely hurt the top decks, yet severely weakened decks that helped it a lot, like Cyber Dragon. What the fuck? What the? I'm gonna lose brain cells on this shit. Press 1 is Cyber Dragon now bad because it doesn't have Verte. Cyber Dragon's bad because it's fucking Cyber Dragon. Like, what are you talking about? We've been using Verte since release. They should have banned the problematic fusion spells instead, because nobody played Verte till Dragoon came out. Bro, this is actually fucking Celza.
Should have banned all the problematic fusion spells instead, because no one played Verte till Dragoon came out. A lot going on in this one. One, yes, they did. Verte was played to make Rainbow Neos right before the Dragoon release. Second, so my dumbass spent nearly half this year trying to make Magic-Key playable. Magic-Key was considered to be an extremely playable combo deck from the first reveal of their cards pretty much until they just stopped printing support. There were like 3 or 4 months where all these Yu-Gi tubers, myself included, were like, wow, only a week away. Magic-Key is about to break the format. Magic-Key format.
Really? I guess I just didn't pay it. Like, Magic-Key was ever supposed to like do stuff? I was like, what? Magic-Key died with Auroradon. Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't know if he's trolling or not, because I never just remember Magic-Key ever doing stuff. Like, if it had a combo, like, I don't know what all I know is people played it in Drytron. It was kind of cool in Drytron because you get to search a counter trap.
In just a week. And it just never happened. Never manifested. The deck never did a goddamn thing. When Drytron was revealed, I stopped reading as soon as I saw the word ritual. When it started doing well, my solution was to double down on refusing to read them and playing the entire format while only vaguely knowing what the deck did, rather than admit I was wrong.
This might be a good one. Chat, what was the overall consensus on Drytron when it came out? Or, before. Because I feel like people weren't very high on Drytron. I feel like most of the community would have, if used good or suck. Like, if you made people pick an option, I think most people would have been like, it sucked. Just based on the card. Like, it was really interesting. Because I think I did a shitty card review on them. I was like, whoa. They ritual summon using attack value, not stars, not level. I was like, that's really cool. But, like, I don't know. No one ever was like, yo, this is broken. And maybe it was just Ben 10. But people said it flopped. I don't think Drytron flopped as an archetype. I would disagree with that. Was it better than VW? No, but VW had VFD. So, like, what are you going to do? OC, yeah, like, it didn't do well on the OCG until it did. But, like, it's weird. Drytron's a weird deck. Drytron is base. Drytron is my favorite deck of all time. On reveal, I think we thought it was insane. Then it did nothing in the OCG. Then it was great in the TCG. Okay.
Wrong. This is an unthinkable take that I have done many times. Remember when people thought the best thing you could be doing with the Brave engine was playing Phantom Knight? It is shocking to me. Every format this happens.
Let's go! Bro, let's go! This was the other one we were just talking about, Chad. The hype of Phantom Knight Brave and how terrible that deck ended up being. Everyone told me, chat. Everyone told me Phantom Knight Brave will be the best deck going into next format. They were like, bro, look at the M boards. You end with like double Fog Blade plus Bardiche. Then Bardiche summons back an Exceed, and then you pop a monster, and then you also have an Omni to get. Like, everyone told me. Oh, maybe it's I think also, did you get DPE, chat? Like, and it just like didn't happen. I think the deck could even Scythe, and then it just like didn't happen. Like, everyone, including you. What are you talking about? Like, I never was like, yo, this deck is so good. Like, I don't know if I had an opinion. Maybe I did. I don't know. All I know is that the whole world said that this was going to be the best deck of the format that Grand Creators came out. And maybe that set got delayed or whatever, but it just didn't happen. And I've never seen a deck get that hype, chat, and then not even be like top 5. Like, if you look at like YCS Charlotte, like 0. Like that doesn't happen, chat. The Yu-Gi-Oh community is usually not that wrong. They might be wrong about a deck being the best deck, like Sprite, maybe it being a tier off or something, but not this wrong. Not saying this is the best deck and then it's not even like top 5.
Every single format, week 1, everyone's like, wow, Phantom Knight seems really good this format. You can make 9 quadrillion negates through 4,000 hand traps. They play it for a week, the deck gets top 8 at a YCS, and then it never shows up again. Maybe not super wrong, but Fenrir really didn't pan out as Pank 2. Fenrir retains an unbelievable price point because it's about to become extremely powerful in the Kashtira archetype, but as a singleton card that you play in a better deck or shell, it's actually a pretty bad generic. Flop.
This isn't contemporary, but like I kind of had this opinion. When this card was leaked, there were several people saying that this card was broken and would be played at 3 in every deck. Low-key chat, I was kind of like, I didn't like, not saying every deck, but if you look at Supply Squad, how is this card not good? It's like every time a card is destroyed by battle or card just draw, like how is it bad? I just don't get it. Like I just don't, unless you... Like, how fucking fast does the game have to be where Supply Squad is like bad? And it came out in 2015. Yeah, Burning Abyss played it for a little bit. The problem with it wasn't Burning Abyss is you couldn't special summon. Like that was actually one of the problems though. Is if you had Supply Squad out, then you couldn't special summon your BAs because you know you have spells and traps in your back row. So like, I still think this card is really cool, chat. And we're not even talking about 2022 standards. We're talking about 2015 standards. It's like anytime you run over my guy, I just draw. If you pop any of my guys, I draw. Like, this card should have been insane.
A generic. Anyway, flop near. No, come on.
No, it's not battle focused though. It's not battle focused. Supply Squad triggers if you destroy my cards in any way. If you torrential them or if you run them over. So like the theory should have been, I play Supply Squad, you can say it's a neg 1 or whatever. I should be able to trigger it fairly quickly, right? Like on my turn maybe. Then during your turn, if you kill something, I draw. Like, you should be able to trigger it multiple times, which means it should always theoretically be a +1. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Wasn't so fast, chat, in 2015. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was not a 1-card game yet, especially pre-Necros. Like, if you played Shadow versus Teleknights, like, the game was not decided turn 1 no matter what. There was no... just win. You know what I mean? Supply Squad would be crazy in hat. It's not an extender, so it's bad. So like Card Troopers, Last Effect, Thumbnail, Maka.
Bad generic. Flop near. No, come on. I have to admit it, I thought Sprite sucked on release, but the fact that it had no real big boss monsters, no real combo at the time. 2 weeks later, I saw 100 videos about it being broken, and I realized it can loop and summon Toad, and I...
Yo, me too. Me too. When I first read the Sprite cards, I was like... I mean, it's like cool. They got some negates, but I was like, it's not that insane, right? I was like, why do all the attacks top out at 1600? I was like, this is kind of whack. And then you like look at the cards and you're like, oh, you see someone actually do the comment like, this shit's nuts.
I was still
I knew it was broken from jump. Toad hard carries this bad deck. Maybe that was it, chat. I did not look at Sprite and look at it in the context of every level 2 in Yu-Gi-Oh! Because Gigantic summons every level 2 in Yu-Gi-Oh! And then Elf Reborn's every level 2 in Yu-Gi-Oh! I only looked at them in the context of their own cards. And like they have Omni Negates just built into the deck, like Elf and Carrot, or not Red and Carrot. But it's just like I wasn't seeing, because Jib, the first person who told me that Sprite was gonna be insane was Jib. We were driving to a regional and Jib was like, that shit's going to beat everything. And I was like, really? I was like, the little deck with all the little like 1,000 attack monsters? And he was like, yeah, it's insane. But what's it called? Thank you, Zephyr Fox. I'm gonna what's it called? We'll go with something like this, but not quite like this. I might go with Ash with this face. Just I know it's from Spy X Family. Maybe I'll do something with Ash Blossom in this way, but not what's it called. Not this exactly. I don't know where you found this, but yeah.
Then I saw a Road to the
Sprite was revealed,
so Sprite
like, right
being dominant
YCS
is something
Charlotte.
that now we have all memory hold. We all, are like, oh yeah, we all knew Sprite was going to be good. There was significant argument as to whether Sprite would be good or not because we can't use it to add Maxi back to hand the way that the OCG could. A lot of people said Sprite
I believe that GG said that exactly, by the way. GGYGO, Gary, he said that exactly. He was like, they're not going to have the Max C play with needle fiber. Yeah, I remember he said that exactly. He was like, oh, they won't have the Max C play with needle fiber, so that will severely like hurt the deck. Nope. Turns out not so much.
It was going to be fine, but not nearly as dominant as it was over there, and it was really good here. Every second Nerd Take Tuesday post. All right. Rapid fire nerd factor time. Link ones that search the field spell should be made more often. The issue with support for ass decks is often only 3 of 40 cards are good, and to play you need to see those. What might be the most annoying about the ban list for me is Hulk was extremely integral to Goatee, a theme which I was super excited for.
What? Who cares?
The second wave has to be way, way better than that to compensate for the loss. Nerd factor on every single take. I remember reading Sky Strikers and thinking, wow, this archetype does literally nothing. It's just weeb bait. Well,
shit, me too. Me too. And anyone else who says I knew Sky Striker was broken is a liar. All I'll say is, if you said, like, prove it. For anyone who says, like, oh, I knew Sky Striker was like the most broken thing, prove it. Prove it. Show me. Show me. Show me your video. Show me your tweet. Prove it. I'm not taking your word on it. No one said that. No one said that this archetype with one fucking monster in it that only had spells that worked when you had no cards in the main monster zones was good. Or like was going to be broken. No one said that. Like, prove it. No one said that. Would you? Okay, I was going to say, you didn't say that, Zesty, so stop acting like you did. Jib is the type to say, I know, everyone's like, oh, I knew. Like, no one said that. Like, no one said that. No. Because, dude, for a second, I thought this was her boob. Yeah, first off, no. Because, they're not, like, what are sprite monsters? Electricity or something? You know what I mean? Put your wee-wee in a toaster, Zesty, and see how that feels. But also, like, I still don't think they make sense in the... And in that story, I really don't understand what sprite are or how they even make... That story got so fucking stupid, chat. It's crazy. Like, especially when you look at the story now, what even was the whole Therion sprite? Is that it? What even was that part, chat? When the story was just randomly about Kit and a robot boxing match. Like, what even was that? You know what I mean? It was meant for Kit. They're aliens. My point is, like, wasn't this supposed to be about this emo dude turning into a bunch of dragons and his girlfriend and the evil church? Well, like, how did we get to, like, robots fighting each other? And then it's like, my God, what even was that part of the arc? Kit needed aliens to help out. Like, well, when you really go back, chat, even the bestials kind of like make sense, I guess. But it's like when you just look at that one piece of like this story, it's just like, what the fuck was even going on? You know what I mean? Like, what is going on here?
It is weeb bait, but okay, guys. But with all due respect, how are you? All right, you know what? I hate to say this. I hate to tell you all this. I hate to do this to you. I hate to put it on blast. He was 1000% spit-in. Mystic Mine was good for one event, and then we all played outs to it main like he told us to. And then it had a 40% win rate as a side deck card. And then we stopped playing outs and it was good for a second week. And then no one ever made that mistake ever again. And then
I'm not even gonna get on this. I'm just
later they banned it. People said Alba Lenidus would kill dragons forever, but I finished 23rd at a regional the first week it was legal. And dragons were very good for the rest of the year. It is really funny that Branded was the best deck in a format where Dragon Link existed. Like, how does this card exist at the same time as Dragon Link?
That's a good point. I don't want to go to this extent, but people did act like this card was going to like severely cripple dragons. And now it's like ironic that like every deck in Yu-Gi-Oh is forced to play dragon monsters in the bestials. So that was interesting. You know what I mean? By the way, for Dragon Link, thank God the bestials were not worms and that they were dragons. But yeah, I guess there couldn't be worms because there's no worms in the Albaz storyline. They're all dragons.
This card exists at the same time as Dragon Link. I don't know. That I would have fun getting into this new and exciting card game. Very true. Mathmech is a pretty good rogue contender this format. third best deck at vote release. Once they fix the beta, Cross Duel will be fun. I've been watching D-Link setups develop over the past few days. 1 month later, D-Link sucks ass. The next month, D-Link is good. This is not a wrong take. D-Link...
I mean, Dragon Link never really dies. I would say you should never say Dragon Link is bad. And the reason why you shouldn't is because Dragon is the most supported type in Yu-Gi-Oh! And every dragon can just be implemented into Dragon Link for the most part. It doesn't matter if it's an archetype like Rockets or if it's just good. Well, I mean, I don't know. Are Bestials an archetype, a theme? If it's just like a bunch of individual cards or a small theme like Bestials, like dragons can incorporate all of them because you just have these cards that just connect dragon to dragon to dragon. So you should never say Dragon Link sucked or Dragon Links suck. Sword Soul, Mirror Jade is Mirror Jade's a worm. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just said that there are no worms in the what's it called? Yeah, you're totally right, chat. Mirror Jade is a worm for some reason.
Link being good and unplayable dog shit really did.
Speaking of that, I think when I first read Mirror Jade, I was like, this is one of the scariest boss monsters ever. And I still feel like that's accurate. Because it doesn't matter if people don't play like Mirror Jade, right? That card is still fucking nuts. Non-targeting banish, pops field when it leaves the field. Like, yeah, Mirror Jade's he's still pretty insane.
Change month to month. Once B-Trooper comes to Master Duel, it's going to be untouchable. Maxi's legal. It can search Maxi.
Yeah, him being absolute
Turns out
zero.
that if you search Maxi as part of your mainline combo, you're better off just playing a combo deck that's mainline combo wins the game. No, you can't release Change of Heart or Reno. It's such a sacky card. This card is going to make so many unfun non-games. It won't be decent at one of, and some said, listen, this card's great. This card's great. People are stupid. Well, we've all spent a lot of time wrong this year. I look forward to next year in which I expect none of us will ever have an incorrect take ever again. Anyway,
This is a really good video.
Ready for Tier 0 Super Threat Rescue Ace?
Oh my god. Look at this. Dude, I need to just I'm just press 1 to rename my my Patreon MBT or MBT Progressi or something. How do I get a full entire page of second tier patrons? Like, for real.
Dazif, Konami employee, real?
Well, hey everyone, I'm Billy Break.
What the fuck?
Oh my god, he has 3 pages. MBT is what's it called? That'll be, bro, he actually has MBT has 3 fucking pages.